Welcome back to another MCC analysis and history video with me, your host, Seapeekay. Today, we have been blessed with the MCC Season 2 trailer. Now, it's 12 seconds long. I know what you're thinking, how are you going to make a whole video out of 12 seconds? Well, there is quite a lot of information to unpack. Also, I love to leave this conversation open to you guys in the comments. So if you have any thoughts and feelings about it, please leave them in the comments and let's have a good discussion. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to play the whole 12 seconds so you can see it through, and then I'll bounce back through it and we'll break it down and see what we've worked out from this, because there's a lot of cool information hidden in here. Wow. Intense, huh? Real intense. So let's first of all break down this first clip. So each clip is about 2 seconds long. There's like 6 little bits. So we have a new lobby. Now, it's not dramatically changed from what we can see, but we have this lovely crown area here, which is looking nice. And some stuff over here has changed over to the left, which you will notice as we go further through, because there is another section that shows what is going on over there. Now, we can't see past here. I think these hedges are a little higher than they used to be, because I used to jump all over these all the time, and now I can't do it. I don't recognize this little hut here, but, you know, and then we've got the little podiums up. We have a red carpet right up the stairs now, which is extra nice for that little feeling of, feeling a little extra royal, all right? Now, I don't think the layout has changed. I think over here, we've probably still got things like parkour practice, and I think over here, we still have the Hall of Fame right here, and then this is the part where the winners go, but that has changed a little bit, and we'll see that in the next clip, I think it is. Yeah, so here you can see a modified Hall of Fame / champions area. Now, the champions are going to come out of here, run down, and they're actually stood inside of a little crown, which is just a cool way to have the end of game thing. It used to just be a fenced off area. Now, we got this thing here. I'm guessing going to be barrier blocks around to stop people from jumping in. It just looks a lot cooler. I think that the champions area previously was just like an area slapped together, whereas this looks like an actual champions area. I do think it's going to be very cool if you win, getting to run down, stand in the crowd, you know, stand in the crowd, celebrate, and I think it's very nice. We got the Hall of Fame over here, which means it is still in the same place. And I also like this little dragon fellow. I don't know what he means or if he's even relevant, but I like him. Maybe he was already there before, but maybe he wasn't. It's been so long since I've seen the MCC lobby that I've forgotten what it looks like. So realistically from this, the first 2 images, all we can really see are lobby updates. I think it's quality of life. They've just given it a little refresher, freshened it up, and they have, you know, made it look a little nicer just for everyone coming back. And I think it's a really good job. So moving into the next section that we have here, we have the Decision Dome. Now, from what I can remember, this does look slightly different. Now, I'm a little worried. At first, I was worried there was no elevators, okay? Because we have these little, like, corners instead. So you come in here, and then usually you have your elevators on your left and your right. I can't see the elevators, but I'm hoping that this little side bit here is an elevator, and it's hidden just behind the wall here, and then you're going to fall down. Because obviously they always hide fun little pranks or Easter eggs down in the elevator shafts, and I'd be pretty gutted if they got rid of that, and I can't see them doing that. So the Decision Dome looks pretty neat. There is, you know, this little crown again. Lots of quality of life. I think they've just made it look a little cleaner, look a little crisper. And again, looks great. I really like it. I'm super excited. Let's look at the next section that we have going on here. So this is the first exciting bit for me, because this is either an Ace Race reveal or it's another game that looks a lot like Ace Race. My guess it's Ace Race because we have the speed pads. Obviously, I don't think they're going to bring foot race back, so I think that's gone. And what you would remember is that this looks like it's in a factory setting, and we've actually had a teaser posted from a factory setting as well. Now, does that mean that the Ace Race is set in the same factory as the teaser? I don't think it does. It could just be that they're doing themed things again, because I think the teaser from the factory was actually to get to the other side. Now, I think it's safe to assume this is Ace Race. I'm not sure what else it would be, unless we have been promised one new game at least, I believe, in the return. So, you know, we are in a situation where this could be a new game that just uses some similar techniques to Ace Race. But Ace Race is so unique and such a big game that I do think this is probably just a little Ace Race reveal. You're probably going to come away from this side, run up the stairs, which will be good fun, and you come around the back here where you can't really see anything anymore. But set inside a factory looks very cool. Could be some reused assets from the old Nox Crew game show days where they did have a game called Factory. So who knows? Maybe it's something to do with that. Another piece of very interesting information is that we are only going to have 8 games ready to go in the first MCC back. Scott did a stream where he was answering a few questions, and this was one of the things that came up, and he said they are recoding basically everything. Because of that, they only have 8 games ready to go. So all 8 games that are going to be played, we're going to know what they are pretty much from the get-go. And I think this is a pretty good inclination that we are going to get Ace Race. Now, there's a few others that are confirmed throughout this as well. And it leaves us up to wondering what we're going to get for the other 4. I, for one, have no clue, but I'm going to make an educated guess towards the end of this anyway. Coming into the next clip, this again looks like it is still set in a factory vibe, but I'm fairly certain it's a to get to the other side map. This is what makes me think they're just using the same themes, but for other things. To get to the other side, obviously, is like 6 little mini versions of big maps. I think that they could be taking the huge factory map and just taking the actual decor of factory to go into to get to the other side. The vibe I get here, I can see 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I feel like you're going to have the choice to either run down here and try and bridge across, or you can bridge from further back into an angle that we can't see at the moment to get across to this side, and maybe it actually goes on further past the wall, because this line here goes way past this. So I'm guessing you go over here, and then maybe there's something you have to jump over the edge, elytra. We don't know. It's impossible to know, but my best guess is that this is to get to the other side. Feel free to disagree with me. I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings as well, of course. But I don't think there's much else to say about this. I do think this is to get to the other side. I don't think it's part of the same Ace Race map. They wouldn't tease the same game twice in one trailer, I don't think. So let's take a look at the next part. We've actually gone straight past it. My bad. So the next part here, and this is what I think is the most interesting one that we have so far. What you can see here is the word nether, a bunch of nether blocks, and a giant jump pad, or a mega jump pad. Now, this is Build Mart. This has to be Build Mart, because this is exactly how Build Mart is set out. You know, you go here, you dig the blocks. Now, that also means we are getting nether blocks added in, which I don't think we have right now. I could be wrong. Again, my memory's so foggy of MCC now. So it looks to me like this is nether. This looks like a section that's almost for like bricks. So I think we're going to get like brick, stone, etc. And I think the area that's surrounded by is an idea of the blocks that you can get. So all the blocks that are here, you can like mine from this. And then this looks like brick and stone. You'll be able to mine from this area. And the vibe I'm getting, and what I think they're probably doing here, especially based on this mega jump pad, is they're going to have an island in the middle. So when you come out of your portal, you'll spawn in the middle and you can jump around to these areas. Maybe you can use an elytra. Obviously, I have no idea. You can see here that it is in a dome shape, like a big circle. So it's coming around like this, which gives us some indication that it is going to be inside of a giant circle. You can just see some normal stone and iron off the side here as well, which makes me think ores are going to have their own separate area over here. I think there's going to be split up into more islands, but you're going to have a lot more freedom in what you can do, where you can go, and how you can get your blocks. No idea how they're going to market this. Build Mart, but flying, Build Mart Islands, I don't know. Big sale at Island Mart. Not a clue. But this is a very cool remake of Build Mart, I'm guessing, and it seems like a lot of fun. So I'm actually quite excited for it. I never thought I'd say I'd be excited for Build Mart, but here we are. Next up, there's not much to say about this one. It's Hole in the Wall. You know, they've given it a new setting. It looks like it's from the city map that we had for To Get to the Other Side, because it looks like, you know, you would start over here and race across the rooftops, if you remember. Now, this is obviously it because we have north, east, south, and west, and they're color coordinated. This can only be Hole in the Wall, but it does mean we're getting a little refresh on Hole in the Wall, which is nice. And I'm guessing with a new season comes brand new walls, especially since the MCC practice server now has Hole in the Wall on available to practice. And some people have over 15 minutes of practice time, and Mefs has over 60 minutes straight in Hole in the Wall. So some people are really grinding, so I think the walls are going to be completely changed, completely new. And I'm very, very excited because Hole in the Wall is one of my favorite games in the event. Now, that is the last thing we have. That's the last part of the trailer. I do think there's a lot of interesting things to take away from this. You know, the refresh on how everything looks. I think it looks nicer. You know, we've got some mix-ups with this stuff. I mean, I think this confirms that in the first MCC, we're going to get Ace Race. We're going to get to the other side. We're going to get Build Mart. And we're going to get Hole in the Wall. Now, I would guess those are 4 guaranteed games that will be back in MCC 1, which leaves 4 games up for grabs. Now, we don't know what we're going to get. We don't know what's been coded and what hasn't. My guesses are games like Sands of Time will not be in the first MCC back because it's so huge that if they were going to recode that, it would take a lot longer, I think, than the other games would. Rocket Spleef, we may get it because it's now on the MCC practice server. However, there is still the Wilbur glitch, and maybe they're trying to work out a way to code that out. I don't know. My guess is we will get survival games, which would be our 5th game there, because it's been so long since it's been played that it would be great to be forced to play it. You know, at least then we'd know that we were definitely going to play it. It's hard to work out what else we're going to get. I'd be surprised if Battle Box was missing because it's a really cool PvP game. Parkour Tag will probably also be in there, and they have guaranteed us 1 new game. So I guess that would make up all 8. I have no idea what the new game will be. I'm really excited to find out. I also have no idea if I'm in MCC yet. We don't find out yet. We do know that the date is May 29th, but we do not know the teams or who is in it yet. So I'm living in fear that I may not even get into it. But because of MCC coming back, we are going to be having a lot of content coming out on this channel. So if you did enjoy this video and you wanted to have a chat in the comment section about it, give me some ideas for future videos. There's going to be a whole lot more content coming because we're going to have a live season. I started making content on this channel when the season ended, which was very silly of me, but here we are, all right? Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Seapeekay. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!